I think we can all agree that Mattel is the superior manufacturer of Disney Cars diecast. I mean, there are a couple other ones out there like Shop Disney or the Disney Store or whatever, but they don't really do much anymore. Then you have Jada, that's also kind of fizzled out, leaving Tomica, Takara Tomy over there in Asia, and that's kind of what we're going to be focusing on today. A couple years ago, they came out with this really cool subline, basically hot rod versions of 4 of the Radiator Springs Townies, including Lightning McQueen here. And a lot of the times when Tomica comes out with these expanded universe or just random new paint jobs, I kind of want Mattel to take a stab at them. Like, they're so awesome. This Sheriff is definitely the best of the bunch. I would just love to see that kind of translated onto a Mattel mold. And that's kind of what we also talked about last week or 2 weeks ago when I reviewed that Disney Store Lightning McQueen, the blue one that Bob Pauly designed, translated onto a Lightning McQueen from Mattel. Basically, yeah, a great custom opportunity there. And yeah, I mean, these 4 could, I don't know, somewhat easily be transferred onto Mattel molds as well. And that's exactly what the factory customizers love to do. They love to take the Tomica cars and just kind of find a way to copy and paste them onto Mattel molds, which they have plenty of over there, and then sell pretty cheaply on eBay, AliExpress, etc. This is one of the coolest ones, in my opinion, they've done over the last couple years. It's this hot rod flaming version of Lightning McQueen. So we're going to review him today, compare him to the Tomica version, see which one is truly superior. But yes, again, to reiterate, this is a factory custom, not official from Mattel. And probably says, yeah, just made in China. It does have Mattel's address there in the Netherlands, but that really has no bearing. That's just because the base they use, yeah, I mean, they're just trying to scrap some stuff together. But no mention of Mattel on the base here. And unfortunately, the factory customizers have not taken stabs at the red. They've never really, I mean, they have done a couple factory custom reds, so it's within the realm of possibility. This Sheriff, like I said, would be awesome. The Mater as well would be pretty cool, but they have not done him. So yeah, we just have McQueen to gnaw on today. But yeah, let's dive right on in. I did review the Tomica versions over here, which I will leave a link for in the description below, and card suggestion in the top right hand corner there of the screen. So yeah, let's do a side-by-side comparison here with the factory custom on Mattel mold with Tomica. Keep in mind, Tomica is 1/64 scale, whereas Mattel is 1/55. So I like the expression definitely a lot better. If we could please focus in on the Mattel version here. And when I say Mattel, it means factory custom. It just is emblematic of Mattel. You know, guys, what I mean? Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like the expression a little bit better. Tomica's expressions are never the best. The eyes on this, yeah, I mean, they just look so flat and kind of lifeless. I feel like that's what Tomica struggles with the most, the eyes. The mouth is totally fine and all that. Like, just look at red here. Like, those eyes, I guess Mater would be even a better example of how bad those eyes are. I'm sorry, Tomica. Sheriff actually doesn't look too bad, but yeah, easy for the eyes here to be better on the Mattel version. Now, what's interesting is kind of how they did the paint scheme on the hood. If you look at the Tomica version, you have the metallic base red, and then whenever you have the flames there, they are attached to a solid, just flat red, not metallic. You can see there's a difference between this red and that red there. They do not do that with this factory custom. It is just the metallic base all around, which looks pretty good. This did add some nice contrast and kind of make them look a little bit more, I don't know, it just made the flame stand out a little bit more racer-esque to me, a little bit more of an intricate design. But yeah, when it comes to these knockoffs, which pretty much, yeah, that's exactly what factory customs are, you're going to lose some of those more intricate, nuanced details. But obviously, we do still have the 95 there in the center of the hood. Very much so a retro version of the 95 logo that we kind of see on Radiator Springs Lightning McQueen over here. Yeah, pretty much taken directly from that. So it's almost like an iteration or a derivative of the Radiator Springs McQueen. You know, if you want to canonize this somehow, some way, you can think, Oh yeah, maybe at some point after he had the Radiator Springs paint job, he converted over to this for a period of time. That's kind of cool. I do like how the factory customizers did the wheels here. It's a very interesting look. It's white walls with the red, but it's not fully white walled. And Tomica, I mean, you could always have thought like, oh, hey, like probably the factory customizers just didn't paint the whole wall of the tire, but that's how it is on the Tomica version. I mean, they left quite a bit of black there visible on the outside and the inside trim, but you do kind of have more of a metallic red wheel than the factory customizers were able to pull off here. Still looks pretty good. But yeah, interesting stuff. You do have the flames there on the side. Again, just an outline, whereas the Tomica version within the flames is that flat red, which looks pretty good. It's also, the trim's more of a bright yellow versus the gold that the FC here is going for. You do have the gas cap there and there. On the roof, of course, you have Lightning McQueen signature with the flames. Same thing here on the Tomica version, just the same differences that we were talking about with the color of the trim there and the inside being the red. And you can see that it looks a little strange on the factory custom with those straight lines on the sides here. Like you don't have that on the hood, but you do have these straight lines that come down and they just don't really lead anywhere. Just looks a little strange when you don't have it colored in, right? This looks a little bit more natural, a little bit more structured. Nothing too much there on the back. The spoiler is just blank, unfortunately. And so is the back. I wish they kind of put a little bit more on here. Maybe a little pinstripe of some sort on the back. But yeah, I mean, the Tomica version and the factory custom version do not have anything going on. They also didn't paint the latches that connect the spoiler to the body. Usually those would be silver, like on most McQueens. But those are left unpainted. You have the taillights there, looking pretty good. Base of the Tomica version is silver, which is awesome. You have the 2010 Tomy copyright there, made in Vietnam, and then along with the engravings, you do have the stamp right there. I'm pretty sure that says like the name of this McQueen, however they kind of classify it as with the Disney Pixar copyright. So yeah, this is a really nice release from Tomica and a really nice representation of it as a Mattel car. If Mattel were to release this, obviously they probably won't. They want to make sure they're different. They want to make sure they are distinct and doing their own thing. They don't want to be the follower ever. Mattel is this ginormous brand. Tomica definitely a little bit smaller, at least here in the North American market, and Mattel wants to be the leading cutting edge. So they're probably not ever going to do something that Tomica kind of pioneered, you know what I mean? So whether that be this Hot Rod line, whether that be some of the Lightning McQueen Day stuff that they do, whether that be the Thomasville, the King, and Cruz Ramirez, which are incredible, But hey, that's what makes this hobby a ton of fun because, hey, don't really like what Mattel's doing right now. Let's go over to Tomica, see what's up with them. They've done a lot of great stuff this year. They've done some really awesome stuff over the few years that the Disney store has been down. So it's kind of picked up. It's like, well, man, what the hell? The Disney store closing all their stores, putting out pullbacks now, not really doing much. Well, hey, Tomica coming out with some absolutely banger releases, and these are definitely no exception. Like I said, hey, if any factory customizers out there watch this video, I know YouTube is blocked in China, which sucks, but yeah, that would also really help my channel in terms of expanding the audience. But yeah, if anyone's out there watching, I would love to see this sheriff on a Mattel mold. I just love kind of the gray and metallic with the white pattern there. Looks really cool. And I mean, red's just kind of basic. He's got the same kind of tires as McQueen with some gold accents there in the back. And then Mater, nothing too crazy. He's got some white wall action there as well with the blue flames. But yeah, this one would be super easy. It's just a brand new Mater. Remove the decals and then add the flame decals. But let me know in the comment section below which one you think is better. Kind of hard to compare. I mean, they're both great in their own ways, and there's no way I would probably say that a counterfeit is better than the original deal that, this one is trying to emulate. But hey, maybe you guys have a different perspective. I do actually want to bring in a couple other. Let's just show you this one here real quick. This is a Disney Parks release from a Max set that they did a long time ago with a McQueen sporting a non-canon pinstriping paint job, although pinstriping McQueen has been shown in a lot of different promotional artworks, and the Disney store did release Pinstripe McQueen here, so it's kind of another oddball. And then, yeah, you have a bunch of other Lightning McQueens here that Mattel has done over the years. Most recently, your NASCAR Lightning McQueen, which is probably a top 10 McQueen of all time, in my opinion. Maybe some recency bias in there, but I do really like it. Of course, you have his closest relative on the Mattel side being Radiator Springs Lightning McQueen because of the 95, the circular 95 logo there, and the metallic paint job. Here's just regular Lightning McQueen. And then this is another factory custom that came out around the same time as the Hot Rod one that I intend to review soon. Again, this is a Tomica paint job for one of the McQueen days over the last few years that the factory customizers then translated over, basically a copy paste, let's be real, to a McQueen Mattel mold. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you guys pick up these factory customs, a lot of people kind of stay away from them, but they're totally safe. They're super reasonable, and they really add to the hobby, in my opinion. It's a whole nother level that you could just access if you want. Like, hey, oh, you maybe dabble, you get some NASCAR stuff, you get some mini racers, that's cool. Maybe I get a prototype now and again. This is a whole new realm. Totally free, very reasonable. They're only like $8 each. That's a pretty good value in my opinion. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you soon for another one. Bye now.
One day the sun's gonna rise again, so don't pout.